that's why I want to die in my sleep, never to awaken to a world in which I am so forsaken. Or take a mind vacation with the hippies in my dreams that live in a reservation of positive vibes and communal societies with lives in peace, like by a pool or on a stream, a room painted with the trees of living freely, sharing what we please for peace. And if I could have peace and freedom from economic slavery, I wouldn't want to die in my sleep, never to awaken. Or if I wasn't mistaken, then I could get paid for my creativity, art, music, philosophy. If I could get paid a living wage for these things, I wouldn't want to die in my sleep, never to awaken unto a world in which I am so forsaken. I'll take a mind vacation. Welcome to the Super Chris Rawlings YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing. So listen up. I've been making videos, art, music for years, long before YouTube was ever invented. And there's a lot of other people with my same first and last name, Chris Rawlings, out there, but there's no one quite like me. I'm Super Chris Rawlings. Originally that domain name was taken. I was going to call my channel Gnome King Productions because my friends call me Gnome King. It's a nickname, long story. I draw little gnomes. I have an overactive imagination naturally in my artwork. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to make a living doing something creative, and I figure, pictures worth 1,000 words. Best way to do that is combine video, art, music, philosophy, poetry, everything. Always looking for original ideas. Don't want to regurgitate or imitate anyone else, because I have got my own weirdness. But there is only one Christopher Robert Rawlings, like me. Here, that's Super Chris Rawlings. Also, my other side projects on Gnome King Productions. They don't cause me to grow when you dwell on everything that's wrong with me. Don't get me wrong, I'm a hard worker sometimes though. No matter how hard you work and how much, it seems like you never have enough money. So I just want to get to the point where I'm making a living. I've always wanted, it's all I've ever asked to do. I don't think it's being too greedy just to ask for 1,000 subscribers when there are people out there asking for millions. I just want enough to be able to get paid by the advertisers. That's just 1,000. And there's people stranger than me who made a living out of even weirder music and weirder art. America is wonderful, 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 as long as you can buy or sell something. If you're not that good of a salesman, then you're doomed in a world of hell. Be abandoned, but I don't seem to go very far. And dwell in a world of fear and poverty. It's always the same dead end. However, since I'm not that good at selling things, does that mean that I deserve to die? Well, a picture's worth 1,000 words, so let's just let my art speak for itself. Where is my brand new friend?
quickly on me. I'm not evil, so why do I get stuck with this abandonment feel?
Sorry, I'm not used to doing the vlog thing. Don't want to be too egotistical and narcissistic here. Got plenty of original ideas I'm always looking for. Although I am heavily influenced by unconventional ideas from everything from Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, and even avant-garde movie directors and surrealism. I do have my own type of weirdness. It amazes me how some people like Frank Zappa were even able to make a living naturally at their weirdness, and some of my music doesn't even sound that unconventional. But he was a professional composer, and I respect his courage to stand up for freedom of speech, which I'm not trying to do anything too controversial or provocative or shocking. I'm not even deliberately trying to be too offensive. I just need the outlet. I need to be paid for my creative ideas. It'll drive me insane. The monotony is having to work, regular jobs, which I have done to pay the bills and all, but that's not exactly entirely who I am, and just kind of neglects a whole part of myself here that I've been working on for years, long before YouTube was even invented. Once again, I've got hundreds of ideas, so please, just give me a chance. If you're looking for something original and new, never run out of ideas. If I could just be paid in that kind of currency for my art, music, philosophy, poetry. I even have several science fiction books that I self-published. You can see that it's definitely worth your time and hopefully money, even though I get just as easily ripped off by corporations as anyone else and feel like I'm overworked and underpaid my whole life. But let's just try not to complain too much about that and get back to dwelling on the positive. So, even though I do tend to be influenced by other ideas, if it starts to resemble, be too derivative of something that's already been done before, it gets boring for me. So, I'm constantly looking for original creativity. Who could imagine that they would freak out in Ohio, 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 Ohio? Oh yes, I've naturally been that weird. It's hard to imagine that Frank Zappa could be that weird too, naturally, when he advocates so many strange counterculture things, but sometimes that's how it tends to be. But, enough of his weirdness, because I got my own special brand of weirdness. That's right. And once again, tune in to Gnome King Productions, which I have other hundreds of hours. The quality is definitely worth the quantity in that respect, since I have been making movies for decades long before I even found this outlet. So thank you for joining us, kids, grandkids, future generations, adults. Actually, I don't have any kids or family of my own, so I tend to live for my artwork, which makes it all that much more important. I can find this niche. Right, Tinkerbell? Meow! Meow, meow, Tinkerbell. Meow, meow. Yeah, you did subscribe, haven't you? That's right. Check out my vibe. Keep hope alive. All right. Thank you for joining the Gnome Kingdom. I'm sure there's something here for everyone. It should be some fun. In the speckle-crested Gnome Kingdom. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Come on, Miss Mittens. Come on, Miss Mittens. Come on, Miss Mittens. Do you want some? Dr. Gonzo. Meow, meow, meow. Here comes... Come to join the party, Tinkerbell? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, Tinkerbell. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Do you speak Dr. Gonzo's language? Tinkerbell and Miss Mittens. That's right, you are the grown-up one. You do seem to act more mature than her. But sometimes she can be a crazy one. Miss Mittens just jumps up and attacks you. But even though you are declared, you seem to be able to defend yourself. Oh, yeah. Now you're just chilling. Well, then. Fine. Be that way. Yeah, I'm pluck the old.